Here's Willis now off the play fake.
Steps away to his left. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second. Another try after the first down sack.
Willis.
Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. 22 yards there, a first down. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
The Titans at 9-5 now on the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Now a dump off here complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They'll try the right side with Henry. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward, incomplete pass.
And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Play fake. Here's Willis.
Going to go down. They get to him back at the 40.
That's big Jordan Davis powering in to drop him.
Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
Throwing on 2nd and long.
Willis. He'll get this complete to Rondale Moore.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. They'll run on first down. It's Stevens, and he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
On 2nd and 9.
Willis.
Looking for Cooper. That's complete.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Flush to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And the defense coming through on 3rd down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th. The kick by Lutz is good. And the Titans hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0.
And all in all, a pretty decent opening drive, Charles. Pretty balanced. They had the passing game going and the rushing attack, too.
I would think they have to be happy with that start because you get your ground game going, which means your offensive line and your runners are pretty happy, and then you get your aerial attack going as well. So your quarterback and receivers have smiles on their faces. Now both up to speed, awaiting their next possessions for this game. They can't wait to get started again.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts. Flipping right side, and that's complete to Watkins.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Play action. Here's Hurts.
Going deep here for Watkins. Oh, wide open, complete. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Quez Watkins.
His 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Eagles have taken the lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gassed,
yeah,
right?
a little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield, only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
Third down, it's Willis.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. On now is the Titans punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. A 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And the Eagles will have it taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime. If you're a good football team, you spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments.
He's got a man, complete, touchdown.
Quez Watkins
with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point splits the uprights. And that pushes the lead up to 11. The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. And nowhere to run for Willis. He goes down. Jordan Davis. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down. Cooper, the man in motion left. Now Willis on 1st and 10. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
And he'll be out right at the 35. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. Hurts a handoff to Sanders.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
Escaping the pressure right. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And some space here. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game and no signs of slowing down.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10.
Willis takes a hit and the ball is free. But it looked like the Titans were able to recover, and indeed they will keep possession of the ball. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered, because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
And this drive is almost over before it began, thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. Willis looking to throw on first down. He's got his man. It's Andrews. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. To the air on first down. Here's Willis. Going down the middle, and it's complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. 1st and 10, it's Willis. And that nearly intercepted. Well, the free safety roaming into position almost had it, but it's second down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Forced out to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now Willis. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
The kick by Lutz is good, and that'll get the deficit down to 15. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. Hurts throw here taken in as he's able to find Goddard. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down. Here's Hurts to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Partner, the good ones have a clock running in their head, okay? Because it says something like this: I've got this many seconds to find a target. After that, I have to tuck it and try and get some yardage on this first down snap. He doesn't just get some yards, though. He gets a big gain, and they'll come right back with another 1st and 10.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll send Brown in motion right. They'll throw now on the final play. Flushed out. Hurts fumbles it. And this will be recovered by the offense, but it will be of little importance now as time has expired here in this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, so the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They go play action with Hurts. Sliding out of the pocket. He's going to look deep for Watkins. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And the Titans are going to take possession of the football. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach. He talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
It's a play fake. Here's Willis. Flush to his right. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. The handoff, running left, Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. In motion left, that's Cooper. From the 31, Willis, quick throw, and he's got Amari Cooper. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Henry fighting for the marker, but I don't think he got there. He did not. It's rare that a man his size can at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And the Eagles defense able to hold. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. This offense returning out there, and really, you remember the last drive, Charles, it was over before it even began. They threw the interception on the very first play.
And what that means is for all these guys, it's been a while since they've been out there going full speed, so they've got to get everyone back out there, run a couple of your go-to plays, make sure you get your offense oiled up a little bit. They've got to be able to start fast, but they've got to be efficient as well.
Especially the quarterback. Now a throw here to his running back. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 17 yards and a 1st down for Philly. Throwing is Hurts. And once again, this is Sanders. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down.
Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Hurts sets up to throw it. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has, percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Wide open is Watkins. He's got him. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
And when you're throwing the ball downfield really well like they have been on this drive, it's really a nice time to work one of the screen plays in. One of my favorite play callers in the game has always told me he starts every game with 10 to 12 screens because if he starts feeling the pressure from the defense, he uses their aggressiveness against them.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Eagles on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This time it's 3rd and 3. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Come on. Move it, 19. Read the loop. Panther Street. Hurt. Watch out.
Going for it with Sanders. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. He needed 2, but he doesn't come anywhere close. And as a result, it'll be Titan football on the turnover on downs. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite.
Willis takes a hit and the ball is free. Fortunate to get that football back because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity because it could have been lost there. Their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
Willis's throw complete there to Moore. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. 4th quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure they only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
15 yards there on the play as they try to chip away at this 15-point deficit. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They go play action with Willis. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Cooper, the man in motion, left.
18,
Off the play fake, here's Willis. And this throw will be intercepted. It's Nakobe Dean with a pick. When I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Kevin Farley. And the Titans are right back in this football game. That is the play they needed in a two-score game here in the fourth quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. Now he dumps this off over the middle, and they'll get him down here at the 23. So the completion good for 7 there, and it's second down. Play action. Here's Willis. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. It's Nakobe Dean with a pick. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's doing it.
Touchdown, Eagles. Dallas Goedert, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Pressure comes and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Under pressure, they got him again. Martin Emerson in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs now leads to a 3rd and long.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Tough spot for Willis and the Titans, now facing 3rd and long following the sack. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. We'll take it right on the 30. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game. Picked by Kevin Byard. Past the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
And the Eagles hands team able to cover it up. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And this is going to be intercepted. intercepted. Picked off by Caleb Farley. And the Titans are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Here's Willis.
And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
Throwing, Willis.
He finds his man, complete. That's Stevens. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Now Willis.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Well, they knew a lot of steps had to happen here. They got step 1, the touchdown. You need a 2-point conversion here, don't you?
You do, and as you continue to look ahead, if they're able to get that, somehow get the ball back and get another score, they have to go for 2 again. That's why teams are practicing multiple 2-point plays.
We saw that in Super Bowl 51 with the Patriots getting a pair of big 2-point conversions. And that one is caught. So they convert here, and don't look now, but this one's back to a 1-score game. So still a little over 40 seconds to go. Time enough to put a drive together if they can get this onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. He'll buy some time right. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Hurts.
It's caught by Sanders.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. Throwing again on 2nd down.
Hurts.
And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. In motion right is Watkins. They'll look to throw again. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call.
And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him over 3,000 yards passing now on the campaign.
And Brandon, nowadays your leader's usually closer to 5,000 yards on the year, but still, 3,000 yards, a good season.
On 1st down, Hurts.
And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown.
So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
Without question, when you force 4 turnovers,